week 3 in the books. Let's get started because I don't have time for this bullshit. So 10-6 for week 3, better than last week, but not by much. It is what it is. All right, Giants on beating the Washington Redskins 32-21, and like I said earlier, the real Kirk Cousins showed up this past Thursday. What you saw in that Thursday night game, that's the real Kirk Cousins. Not what you saw in against St. Louis. Okay, that was a mirage. The crowd in that game, though, holy crap! Not a very lively crowd. Can you blame them though? The Giants have started 0-2 once again. But Odell Beckham got going. Beckham got going. Eli Manning having himself another decent game. He at least didn't throw an interception, and at least the Giants build a big enough lead so that they can't blow it, so that they couldn't blow it by the time the fourth quarter began. Unbelievable. I mean, 32-21, but it wasn't even that close. I mean, give me a break. All right, Cincinnati defeating the Baltimore Ravens 28-24. That was a great game by both teams. It started. Cincy got up 14-0, if I'm not mistaken, and then afterwards, Baltimore started coming back. Then it became a back and forth fest. Andy Dalton losing a fumble. Thanks to Elvis Dumervil sacking him, and then C.J. Mosley running it back for a touchdown to put the Ravens up. If I'm not mistaken, 17-14. Yeah, 17-14. But then the very next drive, Andy Dalton threw the ball down the field. A.J. Green, a career day for him, over 200 yards receiving. A.J. Green catching a touchdown pass, and of course, the Ravens would have gotten him sooner had two Raven players not falling on top of each other. As I mentioned in my reaction video, it is what it is. So that put the Bengals back up on top, 21-17. Then the Ravens had the ball. They started driving down the field. I believe, and whatever. And then the Ravens scored a touchdown to go back up 24-21. And then the final drive, Andy Dalton doing it once again, throwing a touchdown to H.A. Green to put the Bengals up for good. And then the Ravens had one more chance, and all they did was sit on the fucking was just get sacked, and that's how the Ravens, and that's why the Ravens are 0-3. Cincinnati 3-0. Congrats to them. And Andy Dalton brought the team back. That's all I'm gonna say. All right. Oh God. Should have stuck with the Oakland Raiders pick. Oh my God. Raiders defeating the Browns 27-20. Well, the Browns were trying to make a comeback, but the problem is the quarterback is Josh McCown, and Josh McCown, last I checked, is not a clutch quarterback. I mean, end of story. David Carr, though, great game for him. Latavius Murray, great day on the ground as well. And it's looking like Amari Cooper is going to be the real deal. Watch out for the Oakland Raiders. I can't believe I'm saying that. And hey, they have a chance to go Raiders are 2-1. Browns are 1-2. Excuse me. And the Raiders might have a chance to go 3-1, but let's slow down there. You're facing Chicago. Shut the fuck up. Colts finally getting a victory over the Titans as they beat the Tennessee Titans 35-33. Andrew Luck throwing 2 more punts in this game. But he did bring the team back after throwing the ball on a 3rd and 20. That put the Colts up 28-27. And then the insurance touchdown by Frank Gore. And Frank Gore had his best game as an Indianapolis Colt so far. So far, anyway. Mariota, he threw 2 picks as well. One of them was not his fault. But one of those interceptions just ended up being a touchdown. And that started the comeback for the Indianapolis Colts. The Titans nearly came back because they did score a touchdown to make it 35-33, and of course they needed the 2-point conversion. And then whoever 45 was just didn't like that hole he saw or whatever, and then he decided to run backwards. And now that I've seen the replay again, I think he was trying to pass it to Mariota so that he could pass it to one of the other guys or whatever. So I can't really blame him for trying to make a play, but Titans fall to 1-2, and the Colts improve to 1-2. And of course, people are now saying, "See, I told you Andrew Luck is good." Durr. Yeah. Your face. Congratulations. He was able to come back and beat a young Tennessee Titans team. Wow. Try doing that against at least a halfway decent team, please. Get the fuck out. Steelers defeating the St. Louis Rams 12-6. Le'Veon Bell showing what he can do, of course. Over 100 yards from scrimmage and a rushing touchdown. But the story of that game is Ben Roethlisberger and of course Ben Roethlisberger out at least 4 weeks due to a knee injury. Not necessarily good news, but the Steelers still have a young team. Or not a young team, a good football team with Le'Veon Bell, with Antonio Brown. However, your quarterback is Michael Vick, and he is once again going to have to learn is once again still learning the playbook by Todd Haley. It took Ben Roethlisberger 2 years before he could finally master Todd Haley's playbook. So it's going to take Michael Vick a little bit of time, unfortunately. On the Rams side of things, oh yeah, the game was delayed 30 minutes due to a pyro malfunction or whatever. And of course, NFL Red Zone's Scott Hansen had to make a joke about it. Thanks to JPP's fireworks incident, but yeah, whatever. A little funny, but come on. Rams fall to 1-2, Pittsburgh 2-1, but like I said, they're in deep shit. As good as the Steelers are. Although I do see Michael Vick being a little bit more motivated, he better be. He's playing with a pretty good team on his shoulders. Moving on. Patriots beating the ever-loving shit out of the Jacksonville Jaguars. And Tom Brady gets his 400 touchdowns or whatever. I believe Amendola caught that one. And another good day by Gronk and whatever the fuck. And the Jacksonville Jaguars still fucking suck. Let's get the fuck out of here. But it's the youth movement that the Jaguars are doing. Yeah, it's a great youth movement. They're playing like fucking 5-year-olds. Get the fuck out. Moving on. Patriots still undefeated. Jaguars 1-2. Shocking. Okay. Vikings defeating the Chargers in convincing fashion, 31-14. Adrian Peterson's back. Let's call it what it is. Adrian Peterson is back. He ran and he finally scored a touchdown. It's been a long time since he was able to score a touchdown. A lot of that has to do with the fact that he was dealing with that child thing. The child abuse thing. That should be a little more specific, but yeah, Teddy Bridgewater, okay day for him. It was actually a pretty close game early on, and then the wheels started falling apart for the San Diego Chargers. Chad Greenway intercepting Phillip Rivers and running all the way back for a touchdown. That pretty much ended the Chargers' hopes there. Chargers scored a touchdown late, but whatever, but too little, too late. Vikings 2-1, Chargers 1-2, and and with the way the Bears and the fucking Lions are playing, the Vikings are going to end up second place in the NFC North because of this. And I even said that the Vikings were going to play better than they did last year. But I did say the Vikings were going to have the same record as last year. I don't think so now. I don't think so. I think they'll finish I think they will finish 9-7 or whatever. So yeah, Denver, be prepared. Adrian Peterson, he's still a good running back. Just saying. Moving on. Panthers defeating the Saints 27-22 in a shockingly competitive game. It's to be expected because they're division rivals. The Saints. Luke McCown actually had an efficient day from a completion percentage standpoint. Cam Newton, of course, had the better day overall. I believe threw a couple touchdowns and then he ran for another or whatever. Just typical Cam Newton, I guess. You see, and the Panthers are 3-0. So this whole they lost Kelvin Benjamin, that's gonna hurt them bullshit is exactly that. It's fucking bullshit. I mean, come on. And the Saints fall to 0-3. New Orleans. I don't care if you play in the NFC South. You're done. You're done. The Falcons are gonna clinch this division. It's gonna come down between the Falcons and the Panthers. Let's talk about the Falcons. Falcons defeating the Cowboys 39-28. I initially had Dallas. Thank goodness I changed it to the Falcons, although early on I was starting to regret that as well. Because the Cowboys were up 14-0. In fact, they filled a pretty big lead actually. Dan Quinn didn't like it, of course. And neither did the Falcon players. So the Falcons they decided to make a big comeback, and Matt Ryan, pretty good game for him, of course. Julio Jones, of course, he's now dealing with knee injury problems and whatnot, but another dominating performance by him. Brandon Weeden though he completed like 20 some passes in a row or something like that, dating back to last week and then dating back before that apparently. When you keep making dinky throws like that, you should be completing 20 in a row or whatever. He did not throw any deep ball, mainly because of the receiving core or whatever. It doesn't matter. You make do with what you have. I mean, come on. Cowboys fall to 2-1, but are still in first place in the NFC East. Falcons improved to 3-0. And we'll move on from there. I understand the Eagles won this game, but the Eagles still fucking suck. Eagles defeating the New York Jets 24-17. DeMarco Murray didn't play, and that actually helped the Philadelphia Eagles in that matter. That was my big concern, though. Can Ryan Fitzpatrick play well playing from behind? And he has not been able to do that on a consistent basis. That's why he's an average quarterback. He's a good, viable backup. He's an upgrade from... And he's actually an upgrade from Geno Smith, but what does that say about Geno Smith? I mean, he's garbage. Eric Decker didn't play, but who cares? As far as the Eagles go, Ryan Matthews finally showed up. And like I said, DeMarco Murray didn't even play. That actually helped the Philadelphia Eagles because that was my big concern. How is DeMarco Murray going to fit into Chip Kelly's offense? I mean, that was my concern. Sam Bradford, he had an average day. Let's call it what it is. He had an average day. I mean, congrats to Philly. They're finally on the board, and they needed to be on the board. They must have gotten motivated by the Tony Romo injury or something, because give me a break. Not literally. But whatever. Jets fall to 2-1. And the only reason why I took the Jets is because I thought the Jets were going to finally beat the Philadelphia Eagles. They never beat the Philadelphia Eagles, and unfortunately they are 0-10 now against Philadelphia all time. Whatever. Moving on. Texans defeating the Buccaneers 19-9. Not much to say about this one. It was a boring fucking game. I mean, the only exciting part was who's that guy? DeAndre Hopkins. I mean, DeAndre Hopkins. He's a number one wide receiver. He is a number one. Okay, let's call it what it is. The rest of that receiving core, I don't know why everybody's raving about this receiving core. It's not that fucking great. Okay, God, get the fuck over it already. It is what it is, though. As far as the Buccaneers go, they suck. They scored a touchdown. They actually had the lead, but their fucking kicker, missing a couple field goals. I think he missed 3. I'm not sure. Don't know. Don't care. Bottom line is Tampa Bay sucks. Both teams are now 1-2. Moving on. I would like to apologize for thinking that the San Francisco 49ers quarterback Colin Kaepernick was going to be a great quarterback one day. Holy fucking shit. Cardinals defeating the 49ers 47-7. And Kaepernick did not, and the Niners did not get out of the fucking starting blocks. Kaepernick, first 2 drives. In fact, his first pass was an interception, run all the way back for a touchdown. And then the very next San Francisco 49ers drive, once again, Kaepernick throwing an interception, and that is run all the way back for a touchdown. And then he throws another interception late in the first half, and then at the start of the third quarter or whatever, he throws one more interception. Kaepernick had a shitty fucking day. It was like he played like a fucking rookie. In fact, he played worse than a rookie. He played like a fucking high school quarterback playing in the National Football League. That's what it was. That's what it was. Yeah, like I said, my fucking bad. I thought Colin Kaepernick was going to be a good quarterback. But yeah, he sucks. He fucking blows. We'll wait and see next week. The only way to go is up. But you're facing the Packers. Could be a trap game for Green Bay though. So the Packers better watch out there. Yeah, Cardinals improved it. But let's go on the Cardinals side for a moment. Larry Fitzgerald, I believe, caught 2 more touchdowns, or something like that. So he's caught 5 touchdowns in a span of 2 weeks. I mean, yeah, he's on a mission too. Cardinals up. Not much to say about them. Their defense played great, and their offense, they've played pretty good. And I expect that to continue for a couple more weeks anyway. Cardinals 3-0, Niners 1-2, and ever since the Niners beat the Vikings. All right, continuing the late afternoon blowouts. Buffalo Bills defeating the Miami Dolphins 41-14. Miami sucks. I thought the Vikings were going to be that team that the media was going to be too high on to the point where the Vikings couldn't handle the pressure. Boy, am I dead wrong. It's the Dolphins. They're the fucking media darlings that are not able to handle the fucking pressure. Ryan Tannehill threw 3 interceptions. One of them was not his fault, but 2 of them were. It is what it is. He threw 2 garbage touchdown passes. So really, he threw 0 touchdown passes to 3 interceptions. Fuck you, Dolphin fans. Kiss my fucking ass. Anyway, how about Buffalo? How about Buffalo though? Really shredding the Miami Dolphins defense up. Miami's defense, fuck, that's another disappointment. Man, what the fuck is going on? You know, it's right. Back to Tannehill. This is also his 4th season in the NFL. And I should have taken Buffalo because if Andrew Luck couldn't figure out a way to stop that, to beat the Buffalo Bills defense, why the fuck did I think that Ryan Tannehill was going to fucking do that shit? I mean, come on, I understand it's the same division, but Rex Ryan's defense is playing really good football right now. And how about Tyrod Taylor? I mean, he spread the field a little bit. And that rookie running back, 29, I keep forgetting his name or whatever, scored a touchdown late in the game to pretty much rub the salt in the wound. A pretty big wound at that. But yeah, just total domination. I mean, shit. These were laughers. I mean, get the fuck out of here. Bills 2-1 and Dolphins 1-2. All right, Seahawks blanket the Chicago Bears 26-0. And the Bears had 10 opportunities, and all 10 of those opportunities to score ended up being punts. They would have scored 3 points had the referees overturned that one call, because it was because clearly this happened on a punt play. The ball was going down, and then a Seahawk player was in the way. It doesn't. I mean, I understand. I don't know how the referees fucked that one up, but with that being said, the Seahawks would have won the game. They would have just given up 3 points instead of 0 or whatever the fuck. Okay, give me a fucking break. Let's not feel too sorry for the Chicago Bears. Their quarterback is Jimmy Clausen. You better. And of course, Cam Chancellor was back. I mean, give me a fucking break. Like I said, even if Cutler was playing, I still would have taken the Seahawks. It's in Seattle. I mean, get the fuck out of here. But it just goes to show you that Jimmy Clausen sucks and is not a good quarterback. But they'll pick him over Jay Cutler and shit like that because whatever. I'm not getting to that shit again. I'm done. This is bullshit. Okay, Broncos defeating the Detroit Lions 24-12. And once again, I made a stupid decision. I initially took Denver, but decided to take Detroit only because I didn't think Detroit was going to go 0-3. Obviously, I was wrong. Again, serves me right. It is what it is. Sorry to my fellow Broncos fans. Yeah, let's talk about this game. Not much. Some weird looking penalties that were not called against the Denver Broncos late in the game, or whatever. Yeah, it's been a few days. This is why I need to make Sunday night reviews separately, and I was trying to, but whatever. But anyway, so yeah, Peyton Manning threw a couple touchdown passes. I mean, especially one at the end of the first half to Demaryius Thomas. The problem with Demaryius Thomas is he's got to stop dropping 2/3 of the passes that are going his way. I mean, seriously, this is not why the Broncos have paid Demaryius all that fucking money. He needs to take some of the money out of his jersey and pants or whatever. It's kind of weighing him down a little bit. Give me a fucking break. And on the Detroit side, they've been playing some pretty uninspiring football. Not just the game against Denver, but the past couple, since the second half of the Chargers game. Yeah, it is what I mean. Fuck. Denver 3-0, Detroit 0-3, and Denver's defense doing a good job once again. But now they're facing their first test with Adrian Peterson and Teddy Bridgewater, and the wide receivers that they have. They're not good, but they're not great, but they're not horrible either. Enough about that. All right, and last up, Packers kicking the shit out of the Chiefs. Really, 28-38, but it was one of those games where it was not as close as the score would indicate. Rodgers 5 touchdown passes. He comes through again, and 0 interceptions. Yeah, there you go. He is once again not throwing an interception at Lambeau Field. What a fucking shock. But hey, some good news for the Chiefs. A Chiefs wide receiver has finally scored a touchdown, so the fucking streak is over already. People can shut the fuck up about it. Other than that, really not much to say other than the Chiefs scoring a few garbage touchdowns late in the ball game when the game was already out of reach. So yeah, whatever. For Packers 3-0 as well. Chiefs fall to 1-2 after beating the Houston Texans. Chiefs have lost their last 2 games, and now they're having to go to Cincinnati. Great. Good luck, KC. All right, that's it. That's all. Till next time. Later, fuckers.